that's a little introduction to really my introduction, I should say reintroduction to these Aveda products. I bought them with my own money. I want to branch out really this year and try some different skincare for you guys and myself. I felt like this was really the best jumping off point for me. I'm quite familiar with Aveda products because I went to an Aveda Institute in Seattle to get my aesthetics training so I could therefore go on to get my license. And I have not had my hands on these since then, and mainly, because in order to work with Aveda, you have to have a full-fledged Aveda salon. I knew that was never going to be in the cards, and I really just had visions of me just being a sole practitioner, and so that's what I did. So this is really a reintroduction for me. And also I noticed when I was looking online at what they have, their line has completely changed beyond the KINETICS line. So they have gotten rid of quite a lot, and they have developed a new line called TULASARA. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but I was really excited to try some of that. So I'm really excited to try those and see how my skin likes them. So what you saw just now was what I've been doing with my morning routine with my new products. So let me go over with you what I purchased and how I plan on going about using it. So yes, the Aveda skincare has been cut down quite a bit, I see, but the products that they've introduced, I think, are gorgeous and they're beautiful. If you're not familiar with Aveda, it's kind of based around the Ayurvedic way of living. It's very ritualistic, which I absolutely adore, and I love their all-over message. What I was taught in my Aveda training, I brought with me throughout my own personal journey into aesthetics, and that is that really being a facialist, I wanted to bring more than just a really great facial to my clients. I wanted them to go away with an experience, and I really wanted not only for their skin to feel and be renewed when they left, but I wanted their spirit, as hokey and corny as that sounds, I really wanted their spirit to feel renewed, and that is something that I learned from going to an Aveda Institute. Now, I also was looking at the ingredient decks, and I feel like they've made some changes there as well, and I think they're great changes. I'm seeing peptides in there. I'm seeing, of course, hyaluronic acid, and really kind of a lovely blend of science and nature, which, as you know, is kind of Rhonda Allison's big, marketing. And it's not just marketing, but it's how they run their business, is blending science and nature. Because I think for really great skincare, especially aging skin, we cannot ignore, the scientific evidence that these stem cells, peptides, and all of that are wonderful support for aging skin. So it's great to see those in these products as well. So I was perusing their website wondering what I was going to order, and I went ahead and got my son and I a skincare kit. Mine is for normal to drier skin, his is for normal to oilier skin. And it came in this really, let me put this ribbon back on because it's so cute. And it came in this really adorable box. Has this really gorgeous Aveda ribbon, and I am a sucker for good packaging and presentation. That's important. So you just kind of pop off here the top, and then you're greeted with basically their business mission. And I feel like Aveda has been really ahead of their time when it comes to being conscious about environmental impact on what a company like this really can do positively or negatively to our environment. And that is kind of more of a trendy thing these days, I feel like. And it's not always 100% legitimate. You know what I mean? But let me read to you what this is. It says, our mission at Aveda is to care for the world we live in, from the products we make to the ways in which we give back to society. At Aveda, we strive to set an example for environmental leadership and responsibility, not just in the world of beauty, but around the world. And I really feel like they are legitimately caring about that mission, and they always have. And I really do think they were quite ahead of their time when it comes to jumping on that, Now, one thing I did notice is that really the only differences between my normal to dry kit and my son's normal to oily is the cleanser. The toning agent's the same, as well as the hydrating lotion, which is fine. It just means that that ingredient deck on both of those products really meet both needs, and so I'm not saying that's a negative thing. But the cleanser that the normal to dry skin types would get in that kit is the Purifying Cream Cleanser. I do have to mention something, is that I was really disappointed actually in the fact that they no longer use these beautiful frosted glass bottles for their skincare. All of their skincare in the Botanical KINETICS line was glass, beautiful. I was really sad to see that they switched over to plastic. Of course, they urge you to recycle, and they are definitely 100% recyclable, but I don't know. I really was disappointed. I went out and bought that mirrored tray that you see in the beginning of the video. I was so excited to put my gorgeous glass bottles on. That's how long it's been since I've had any Aveda. I don't know how long it's been since they switched over, probably a long time. And so I have to say, in all honesty, I was disappointed in that. But anyway, so this is a creamy cleanser. And it's beautiful. It has a lovely slip. I find though that it takes me a good 4 pumps to deliver the amount that I really want on my skin, and I take it down here in my neck, but it has a lovely slip. I also, you know, with these kind of creamy cleansers, I love putting them on dry skin first, and as I, you know, kind of massage it all around my skin, I will then add a little water to it. If I'm in the shower, then I'll get my hands wet and kind of emulsify it and finally rinse it off. Also, I find that these cleansers work best when you rinse it off with a really soft terry cloth of some sort versus just in the shower. Now, one thing I will say in just the few days that I've been using this is that, you know, I'm funny. I'm funny in the way that, now I love oil cleansers. I love balms. I love creamy, rich cleansers. I'm not a cold cream person, but I do love those things I just mentioned, but I really need them and want them to come 100% off when I am ready to remove it. I don't want to feel it on my skin still, and that's why, like for oil cleansers, I really love to see that they completely are removed when water is, you know, put on the face and there's just no residue left from them. I don't know, it's in my head. I'm thinking it's taken away impurities and everything. I just want it all off my skin. And I have to say that I still feel this on my skin. That it's just a little bit, I would say something that does bother me a little bit so far with using this. However, because I did purchase also the skin toning agent, this is a spritz. So I spritz it on my face like I showed you, and then I spritz it on a 4x4, and I have to do it a couple times. And then I go and, you know, remove further. It's basically like a second cleanse. And I'm really amazed at how much more comes off my skin, and I just keep doing it until that 4x4 is clean. So again, I don't know, I really am not sure how I feel about the cleanser quite yet, but my skin is very, very clean by the time I'm done with this. So I definitely recommend, if that would be something you feel would bother you as well, that you also get the toning agent so you can continue to kind of do that second cleanse step to make sure everything is completely removed off your skin. Now, I'm going to go ahead and show you what the third component of the kit is, which is the hydrating lotion. This is a lovely light moisturizing lotion. It wouldn't be quite enough for me to wear throughout the day. I need something a little bit more, I wouldn't say heavy because I don't like anything heavy on my skin, but something that would make my skin feel a little more supple throughout the day. But this is quite lovely. It's very light, has an amazing slip, goes a long way. Only 1 pump is all I need, and I can take it all the way down low into my neck, and it's very, very nice. It's the same one that my son also got, so looking at the ingredient deck, it's very lovely. It's really nice, but I'm really glad that I went ahead and bought something else I'm going to show you for my kind of daytime moisturizer. And then this did not, this next product did not come in that kit. That's the 3 products that I got in that dry skin kit. But I had to get something for my eyes, and so I went ahead within the Botanical KINETICS. This is the only daily eye cream that you would use during the day that Aveda offers, and it is the within the Botanical KINETICS line again, and is the eye cream or eye creme. That sounds nicer that way, doesn't it? And you saw me use that. Feels very nice. I love what I'm seeing. There's peptides in there, hyaluronic acid. There's brightening agents in here, which I love to see in an eye cream. Something I'm going to be using every day, and there's natural lighteners in here that will help, you know, hopefully kind of keep down that pigment that many of us get very, very close to our eyes. I have freckling there that I've never had before, sun damage. So I love seeing that in this. So I'm excited to see, you know, if I see any improvements at all. The eye cream feels lovely. It's not too heavy. I don't like a feeling of a heavy cream on that delicate eye tissue, but I'm not into gels at this time in my life around my eyes either. I think I would have been when I was younger, but I need something that really is hydrating and feels nice and supple around my eye tissue. And so far, I think Aveda did a great job with that feel, you know, of that particular eye cream they have there. So I bought 3 products within the TULASARA line. I'm going to start with their concentrate, which is a serum really, and it's called Bright. That's the one that comes in the glass bottle. It's beautiful, it's lovely. These are natural brighteners in here. I believe there's a peptide as well, and it is gorgeous. I need 1 pump. It goes, slip is fantastic. It goes all over my face, down into my neck as well. Beautiful, and I use this twice a day. I'm using it in the morning and in the evening right after I use that toning agent. After I cleanse, I use the toning agent, and then I go right in with this. So it smells beautiful, very Aveda. I don't care what they have that makes it smell a certain way, and each product is different. It doesn't matter. It's signature Aveda to me, and it just brings me back. That is how strong aromatherapy is. But anyway, this is gorgeous. Again, it's Bright. They have one that's calming, and they have another one that is lifting or something of that nature, firming or lifting or something like that. So for now, my budget allowed 1, and this is what I decided to get. So that comes in this package here. The other product that I got, and I'm so glad I did, is the TULASARA Renew. This is a morning cream. This is definitely a product that I needed. I needed something a little bit more than the hydrating lotion, which is lovely, and I use this in the evening, but nonetheless, I am really enjoying this. So yes, this smells lovely. It's not super heavy at all. I don't like heavy things on my skin. It's got, again, a really nice slip. What I love about it though is it doesn't feel like it's just sitting on my skin all day. I feel within no time that it is definitely absorbing into my skin. So even a cream, which I tend to use more kind of light serums, light lipid serums maybe as my moisturizing component. So this is quite different for me, but I am so picky about creamy products. I don't want them to just occlude my skin. I don't want them to just sit there all day and really kind of get more greasy and oily as the day wears on because it's not going anywhere. I want it to go in my skin just like any other serum or lipid component that I do tend to use for my moisturizing component. And I was a little afraid, but I have to say that so far I really do love how this absorbs into my skin, and it doesn't feel like it's just sitting there. So so far I'm really loving this. Again, this is also, it has brightening ingredients in there. It has peptides along with a gorgeous kind of ingredient deck that just kind of hugs all of those actives in there. So I'm loving it so far. And then I got this little one. I absolutely was very intrigued by these wedding this little wedding line of theirs, if you will. This is a wedding eye mask, and the reason why they called it that is because waking up bright-eyed, you feel absolute joy because it's your wedding day, and they want you to have that feeling all year round. So these are very much brightening products, and this is the cute little jar that this is in. And you sleep in this. So you would apply this. This is a little thicker in consistency. A little goes a long way. And I apply this around the whole ocular area here. And again, I'm hoping that it's going even further into brightening the under eye and some of this pigmentation and just giving me a really beautiful glow. While there are a little bit of peptides in here, hyaluronic acid, very hydrating. So far, I'm pleasantly enjoying this whole experience with these Aveda products. I'm going to use these exclusively for a good 3 months. I feel like 3 months is kind of what I would tell my clients. 3 months is going to, unless there's some bad reaction in there, is going to give us a good feeling if we're on the right track with what you're using. So I'm going to use these exclusively for that time and check back in with you guys and let you know what my experience is, if I see any great positive changes in my skin or some other changes that maybe aren't quite so positive. But I will follow up with you. So, all right, guys, again, I appreciate you watching. Have a lovely day. If it's in the evening, sleep well. Bye-bye.